Hello, welcome to a feature on troubleshooting the Sicare standard. From time to time, the Sicare will develop a problem either through user error or from improper programming. In this video, we will discuss the major problems you will encounter and how to fix them. The first problem you may encounter is with voice commands not responding properly. You might issue a command and it responds with a completely different command, or it doesn't respond at all. This is a fairly easy thing to fix. All you need to do is hold down both red buttons on the Sicare until you enter setup mode. You can tell you are in setup mode because the LCD screen of the Sicare will say language English. Once that has appeared on the screen, release the buttons. Now simply press the left red button repeatedly until training appears on the top of the LCD screen and a dash appears at the bottom. Press the right button once to make a dot appear on the bottom of the LCD screen. Next, press the left red button again until 3 large dots and 2 small dots appear on the bottom of the LCD screen. This means that instead of training each command on the list, you can train the specific command that's giving you trouble. Simply press both red buttons simultaneously to start the training process. The Sicare will say, "Repeat the following words," but instead of starting with the first word, you can scroll through the commands using the left red button. Once you get to the word you are having trouble with, press the right red button once to train the word. The Sicare will say the word you are having trouble with, and then you will repeat it back. You know that the Sicare heard you when you hear a short beep. Once you finish with the words you need to retrain, press both buttons simultaneously and hold until you hear "the words are now being learned" from the Sicare, and release the buttons. This process is known as partial or manual voice training. If you are having trouble with all or most of the voice commands, you would do a full voice training. You would enter setup mode same as before, but when you get to the point where you're choosing between the 3 big dots and 2 little dots, choose the one with 5 big dots. This will allow you to train all of the commands without having to scroll through them. Sometimes it is necessary to clear out all of the voice training from a Sicare before retraining the voice commands. Enter setup mode the same way as before by pressing and holding both red buttons until the screen reads language English. Use the left red button to scroll through the menus until you get to clear TRA at the top of the screen and a dash at the bottom. Press the right red button once to make the arrow appear on the bottom of the screen next to the dash. Then press the left red button until the dash changes to a plus sign. Finally, press both buttons simultaneously to clear the voice training. "Please wait" will appear on the screen to tell you that it has worked. You can now release both buttons. Now you can go back and train the voice commands however you wish using full or partial voice training. Your Sicare is now ready to use. Sometimes the signals you programmed into the Sicare stop working or need to be changed because they're not working properly. For example, you might issue a voice command to turn on the TV and it turns on and then immediately turns off. Or you need to rescan the command for the volume up because it doesn't work at all. To do this, you will need to connect your Sicare to the PC using the serial cable provided. Once this is done, start the Sicare configuration software on your PC by double-clicking the icon for the program on the desktop. Now that the program is open, click File and select Projects. This will bring up the project list. Select the project you're working on and open it. When the project window opens, find the device you're having trouble with. Right-click the device and select the linked device from the pop-up menu. Now that the linked device dialog box has appeared, look at the list of commands and find the signal that you're having trouble with. Highlight it and click Edit Infrared Device. Now make sure that the remote that is providing the signal is ready. Click the Scan Signal button, and when the dialog box shows up, click the Scan button. Pick up the remote that you want to scan in and point it towards the top of the Sicare. Press the button on the remote of the signal you want to scan in and hold it until the Scan and Test buttons go from grayed out to active. Test the signal to see if it worked by clicking the Test button in the dialog box. For any other signals, repeat this procedure until all the signals are rescanned. Don't forget that once the new signals are in, you have to send the edited project file to the Sicare. Click Data Exchange and select Create File to make the file ready to send to the Sicare. This will bring up a dialog box that shows the file creation process. Once the process is finished, click the Close button at the bottom of the dialog box. The file is now ready to send to the Sicare. Click Data Exchange again and select Transfer Configuration. This opens the Transfer Configuration dialog box. At the bottom left of the box, you will see the Start Transfer button. Click that, and when the next pop-up box opens and asks you if you want to keep the stored voice, click No. It is very important that you not keep the stored voice when retraining a signal because there is the potential to seriously foul up the Sicare unit's software. Once the transfer finishes, close the dialog box. You can now retrain the voice commands in the Sicare. When you have eliminated all other options and the Sicare is still not functioning properly, you may have to replace a part or two. The only parts that you can replace on the Sicare without contacting your Sicare dealer are the batteries. You must be careful to purchase AA rechargeable batteries that are rated at 1700 milliamps or less. Any more than 1700 milliamps and the batteries will not work and may cause damage to the Sicare. This concludes this video on troubleshooting your Sicare standard. Thanks for watching.